New COVID cases up 150% across the country over the past 2 weeks. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Sunday. I'm Leah Lynchide. We have a cool start to your week ahead. Although it's hazy out there, Julian Seawright has your first warn forecast, your certified most accurate forecast. Happy Sunday, Julian.
Happy Sunday, Leah, and that's right. We still do have some haze for us, but on top of that, we are looking at cool conditions for our Sunday. And happy August 1st, everyone. But as we get things rolling, we do have an air quality advisory in effect for all of Wisconsin and for Minnesota until noon today. So after we get through that haze, we're looking at some really nice conditions for us going into the rest of our Sunday. Now, however, for the rest of this morning, for those who do have any kind of respiratory or cardiac issues, elderly or children, definitely limit your exposure outside and they limit the outdoor activities until we get into the afternoon. And 3 things we need to know. We're looking for cooler days, little rain next week as we go into a dry trend, but there's going to be plenty of sunshine, so a bit of a give and take for us as we're going through the next few days. And our current conditions right now, Madison, 60 degrees, but we can see that haze outside of our sky cam as of right now. And our temperatures around, still on the cooler side. Yes, 60 in Madison, but we're at 56 in Juneau and 60 for Viroqua. So a little bit on the lower 60s for the west. And for Milwaukee, we're still at 69 with Waukesha at 59 degrees. So a cool morning to start off for us. And we're looking at a dry one as well as we get things rolling. But we're going to talk more about this later on. Until then, let's toss it back to you, Leah.
All right, Julian, thank you very much. 7 o'clock on the dot now. Check this out. This is the National Weather Service track map for this week's tornado in Verona. The NWS says it touched down by Sugar Maple Lane and then started to fall apart by Badger Prairie Park. We're also seeing new video this morning from that tornado. Come take a look. This was shot on Meadowside Drive in Verona. It shows the end of the tornado as it started to break up. You can see the sky lighting up from the lightning there. You can check out the full video over on our website and our Facebook page. The NWS releasing the track maps for all 4 of the tornadoes we saw this week in Dane County, as well as 7 others from around the state, 11 total counted so far. We have the links to all of those maps up on channel3000.com. The FAA is investigating a helicopter crash in Columbia County this morning. The sheriff's office says the helicopter was crop dusting in Randolph Township when it crashed into the cornfield. A pilot was able to get out and taken to the hospital, but is expected to be okay. No one else was hurt in that accident. And in Rock County, 1 man is in custody following an overnight stabbing in Janesville, just about a block from Rock River. Police say the 28-year-old victim was taken to the hospital, is expected to live. Police also took a suspect into custody just a few blocks away. Janesville police also looking for your help this morning to find this man. They say he broke into a locked car outside of a Planet Fitness on July 15th and stole a purse. He later used a credit card from the purse at a Walmart in Beloit. Anyone who recognizes him should contact Janesville police. Back in Madison, UW Health teaming up with legendary former Badger running back Monte Ball to help get more people of color vaccinated. Saturday's event tried to help increase the vaccination rate for African Americans living in Dane County. Right now, only about 36% of the black population has received 1 dose of the vaccine. That's almost 30% less than the white population here in the county. Ball says that's why he wanted to step up and do his part.
Yeah, UW Health just reached out and contacted me, and I was like, absolutely. I think it's important, and like I said, for everybody, but especially our black and brown communities are not trusting of this vaccine, and because of the information that's circulating around on social media.
People who went to the event this weekend also had a chance to meet Ball and get a copy of his new book, which chronicles his personal battle with alcoholism, anxiety, and depression. Dane County, by the way, now seeing a substantial spread of COVID-19. That's according to CDC data. Dane County public health officials warned numbers were trending in that direction. The county has not implemented a mask mandate, but did recommend earlier this week that everyone mask up regardless of their vaccination status. And it's a similar story in Rock County, where public health officials are encouraging mask wearing as well. The county's public health officer sent out a notice yesterday saying the recommendation is based on the latest data. She says she'd like to see sustained improvement before modifying their guidance again. Now, you can stay up to date on the latest mask recommendations in our area by downloading our Channel 3000 News app. We'll send you push alerts as that news breaks. It's free. You can find it right now in your app store. Well, it's not just Wisconsin. New COVID cases are up 150% across the country over the past 2 weeks. CBS News' Michael George breaks down the latest virus headlines.
In Florida, now the nation's largest COVID hotspot, the CDC reports daily new cases surpassed 21,000 on Friday.
Once it started getting pretty bad and my godmother got it and she had to go to the hospital, I just realized that it's time to step up, get a vaccine.
And as the highly contagious Delta variant spreads nationwide, the new school year is fast approaching.
We go back to school. It's going to be a very fun experience with half the people not wanting to wear masks. A lot of people are unvaccinated and people that are coming to school that are sick.
While vaccinated people have a strong level of protection, new Delta variant data, in part, prompted the CDC to reimpose its indoor mask guidance.
Vaccinated people who do have a breakthrough infection are clearly capable of transmitting the infection to an uninfected person.
So really, whenever there are people congregated together, you need to wear a mask. If you have young children at home, elderly or people with immune suppression, you probably want to wear a mask around them presently.
This Sacramento, California restaurant owner says he understands mask mandates, but they come with controversy.
People that don't like masks certainly let us know they don't like masks.
And the massive Lollapalooza Music Festival is underway in Chicago.
These are my negative COVID test from yesterday and his vaccination.
My vaccination card.
Amid worries that Lollapalooza could become a super spreader event, organizers are hoping performances stay front and center and that COVID is shut out. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
Hospitalizations, by the way, are up about 74% over the past 2 weeks. 7:06 now. Lawmakers inside the Capitol this weekend for a rare weekend session. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is begging the authors of a bipartisan infrastructure bill to finish writing that bill.
Look, I understand that writing the text of a bill of this size is a difficult project. I've been part of many such efforts in the past, but I urge the bipartisan group to finish their work so we can begin the amendment process here on the floor.
Senators expected the text of the nearly $1 trillion bill to be ready for review either late Friday night or early Saturday, but it wasn't done when the Senate opened Saturday morning. Once the bill is introduced, a draft circulating right now shows it could be more than 2,500 pages. Disney facing a lawsuit from one of its blockbuster stars this morning. Plus, how many Americans plan to board a flight soon? Elise Preston has our CBS Money Watch report.
As the economy reopens following pandemic lockdowns, MasterCard says Americans are spending on their credit cards. MasterCard use surged in the second quarter, earning MasterCard $1.9 billion in profit and beating expectations. Credit card companies took a big hit during the height of the pandemic as spending slowed. Unemployment claims are near a pandemic low. New claims filed last week dropped slightly to 400,000. The labor market and economy are both expected to recover, but economists fear the Delta variant could bring new challenges. Scarlett Johansson is suing Disney over the streaming release of Black Widow on Disney+. According to the lawsuit, the film star and executive producer says her contract guaranteed her a theatrical release, adding the simultaneous streaming release impacts her potential earnings. In a statement, Disney said there was no merit to the filing and that it shows callous disregard for the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. A new survey breaks down just how much Americans are ready to get out the house. A poll from the online travel agent eDreams found the majority of Americans rank traveling as their most therapeutic pastime. More than half of those surveyed said they plan to take a short trip over the next few months, but many are still choosing destinations with fewer crowds. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to CBSMoneyWatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Elise Preston.
Democrats in Texas are demanding new laws protecting your right to vote. A 4-day rally wrapped up this afternoon in the state capital of Austin. Texas Democrats had halted a special session on voting rights earlier this month. It's expected to expire next week, and the Republican governor pledging to schedule a new one. That's why speakers at yesterday's rally say President Biden and Congress need to get involved.
There are people from every single part of this state who chose to be here right now to stand up and be counted at this moment of truth for our state, for our country, and for democracy.
A lawsuit filed by Texas Democrats is pending before the state Supreme Court. Texas Republicans have authorized arrest warrants for the Democrats for when they return to the state. 7:09 now. Diet trends. They're always changing. There are always new ones out there, but they aren't always the healthiest options for your body. We checked in with SSM Health to get their take. We are breaking down some of the big diet trends this morning. All the marketing out there can be really convincing.
Yeah, so let's go to the facts. Go to the source. Dr. Rupa Shah, this morning with SSM Health, family physician and wellness coach, is here to talk to us about some of those fad diets and nutritional eating plans. So do they work, and what should we be considering if we choose one?
Yeah, so there are a lot of fad diets. They do work. However, you have to be really cautious because some of them can be lacking in some serious nutrients. So you might be depriving yourself of some really important nutritional value. Some of them also lack in fiber and carbohydrates. So while you're getting kind of a short-term benefit from it, long-term, they're not sustainable and they may not be healthy for you.
Let's talk about a couple of these. Let's start with the keto diet. That's a popular one right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So in the keto diet, you're not doing any carbs, and you're putting yourself into the state of ketosis. So instead of using carbs as an energy source, you're trying to use your fat. So you will lose weight on it, but some side effects can be you can get a fatty liver, you can get kidney stones, and it's generally not healthy to be in ketosis for that long.
Is it sustainable?
It's
that's the problem, right? I mean, it's a quick, like, yo-yo diet. We think about yo-yo diets, quick, easy way to lose some weight, but do it long-term. Is it really sustainable?
No, you'll lose weight, gain some back, plus some, another 5-10 pounds with it.
Well, Whole30. We've heard about that one. What's going on with Whole30?
So Whole30, I like to think of more as an elimination diet, and I do like it, except again, is it really sustainable? You have to cut out dairy, legumes, alcohol, sugars. So it can be a nice way for 30 days to sort of detox your system, and it's good for people that are having some digestive issues or other health problems to see if some of those things might be the root cause of it. But again, it's going to be difficult. It's going to take a lot of planning. It's going to be difficult to eat out. And is it really sustainable for the long term? I don't feel it is.
Okay.
The Mediterranean diet has always been king. Does it still hold the crown?
Yeah, this is a great one. This is the one that most physicians and health experts will sort of recommend for patients with heart disease, diabetes, because it's well-rounded and well-balanced. And it's sustainable, as we were talking about. A lot of good fats, a lot of antioxidants, fish, whole grains, limiting the amount of red meat and other meats like chicken and eggs. You can eat those in limited quantities, but again, you're getting a nice, well-rounded diet with a lot of good antioxidants.
This is all really good information.
Yeah, it is.
With all the information out there, it gets so confusing, so this is really helpful.
Right from the source. Dr. Shah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Wellness with Dr. Shah.
All right, Dr. Shah, thanks again.
Thank you.
Back to you.
All right, 7:12 now. Let's take a live look outside on your Sunday. Hazy out there, but it's pretty cool. It feels like fall this morning. Julian's going to tell us when the heat returns after the break.
Looks like it's time to trade, because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think, only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Your pipes need to loosen up. Your furnace needs to chill out. No more Freon for your AC. You don't need a working ceiling fan. Nothing can stop me from causing problems in your home. Oh no, the homeowner's called Action Man and his action team.
That's right, Pesky. Your problems are plunged.
Call on Action Plumbing, Heating, and Electric at iwantactionnow.com.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Are your taste buds ready for Madison Magazine's Summer Taste Tour? Starting August 1st through the 21st, tour the city of Madison to restaurants, breweries, distilleries, and wineries to sample and participate in Madison Magazine's scavenger hunt. Visit MadisonMagazine.com for a map of participating businesses and scavenger hunt details. Madison Magazine Summer Taste Tour, August 1st to the 21st. Taste the goodness. Sponsored by Schuster's Farm. Come out for Blooms and Butterflies starting August 6th. Live music, beer, wine, and taco cart. Visit SchustersFarm.com for tickets.
We're here at the local farmers market where Informed Choice Insurance Agency is offering fresh, local, hand-picked Medicare. What do you mean when you say shop local for Medicare?
Your local Medicare plans have all the bells and whistles that national TV ads promise, only better, because you're working with local agents who know the doctors, the specialists, and the hospital networks inside and out. You're not going to get that calling a call center in Des Moines, Iowa.
Don't get fooled by national TV hype. When it comes to Medicare options, keep it local with Informed Choice Insurance Agency, and they're free.
Here, have a Triscuit.
Bring on the zest with fire-roasted tomato and olive oil. Bring it with Triscuit.
Away from your TV? Not a problem. Get breaking news, weather alerts, and political coverage from the award-winning News 3 Now team. Plus, all things Madison. Stay connected anywhere with Channel 3000, Madison's #1 digital news source.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday and happy first day of August. As we're getting things rolling for our Sunday morning, a note, we do have an air quality advisory in effect for all of Wisconsin and Minnesota until noon today. So those who have any kind of respiratory or cardiac conditions that may hinder yourself for the reduced air quality, definitely limit your time outdoors this morning until we get into about the afternoon. And then once we go into the afternoon, we are going to start to see, once again, some cooler temperatures rolling in. And it's going to be cooler like that for the next few days. We're looking at little rain next week and plenty of sunshine will be at our back, so a little tit for tat as we're going to be drier, but we are still having plenty of sunshine and some pretty decent conditions. We're waking up this morning in Madison, 60 degrees, still can see that haze, just a bit of clouds starting up for us this morning, but our temperatures around the regions are pretty good to wake up to our Sunday morning. Looking to those upper 50s, 64 in Milwaukee with 59 in Waukesha, and then 62 degrees for Boscobel. So we're looking at pretty decent conditions once again. Pretty nice and cool and comfortable. I'm happy about it. I'm sure you are as well. Now, as we take a look at our radar as of right now, we're looking at plenty of dry conditions along southern Wisconsin as we get things started. However, as we go in throughout the rest of today, we are going to see those temperatures start to increase just ever so slightly, going into those middle 70s and lower 70s into the eastern portions of the state. Plenty of sunshine, however, until we get into about tonight. Then we're looking at really clear conditions and cool conditions as well. Then Monday, we're looking to be very similar as we were for Sunday, but just a little bit warmer as we roll in. Now, the next few days, if you're hoping for any precipitation, we're going to be well below that in Madison, especially for the southern Wisconsin as we go throughout the next few days. We're not looking for better rain chances at all until we get into about next weekend. However, as we can see, going from Monday to Tuesday, Wednesday will be our best shot for some type of rain precipitation. And going into next weekend, so we're going to be seeing an increase in that. But for our planning our day, we're still going to be looking at those 70s rolling in for us. Plenty of sunshine, as I mentioned, again at our backs. It's definitely going to be a gorgeous day to be outside. Now, as we go throughout the next few days, we are going to be looking for some warmer temperatures going into next weekend. But until we get there, 70s. It's going to feel like fall, as Leah has mentioned. And for some of us, we all love it. I know I'm going to love it for the next few days. However, for the next part, until we get into the weekend, we're going to be seeing 90s heading into Sunday and going into next week, Leah.
I'm gesturing to Julian because I'm like, we both love fall.
Absolutely.
Coming to stand next to me to do the news. Julian, thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome.
7:18 now. Millions of people are behind on their rent. They could soon come home to an eviction notice with the federal ban expiring on Saturday. Members of Congress aren't demanding action. That's not likely to come. Christina Ruffini has more from the White House.
This is not okay. We cannot just allow humans, 7 million of them possibly, to over the next few weeks be sent out to the streets.
After a night of camping out on the Capitol steps, Missouri Representative Cori Bush was joined by Senator Elizabeth Warren.
We've got 11 and a half hours for the CDC to step up and say
we're going to extend the moratorium. Our states and our localities need to push the money out. That money has to be released.
But the White House says a recent Supreme Court decision prevents the CDC from approving another extension. And House Democrats didn't have the votes.
The longer it takes to finish, the longer we'll be here.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the steps, Democratic and Republican senators are working to hammer out a bipartisan deal on infrastructure.
Fancy word for bridges, roads, transit systems, high-speed internet, clean drinking water.
But first, they have to finish writing the $1 trillion bill.
We are finalizing the last couple pieces of legislative language.
Lawmakers say they'll grind it out through the weekend and try to get something concrete before the August break.
They keep saying they've got a deal. I've been hearing this for weeks. You get right to the finish line and then they don't have one again.
Now, even if the Senate can get that bill together and get it passed, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has said she won't bring it to the floor unless it's accompanied by a bigger Democratic budget bill. And it's not clear if Democrats in the Senate, who can't afford to lose a single vote, will be able to get that done. Christina Ruffini, CBS News, the White House.
7:20 now coming up. How Las Vegas casinos are responding to the new mask mandate. Plus, many healthcare workers say they're worn out and frustrated, but they're powering ahead for their patients. The morning's top health stories just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Sunday.
Download the Channel 3000 app today.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point. Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK. We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
They say when you come from a small town, you grow up a little different. When U.S. Cellular's founder, Roy Carlson, looked at small towns, he saw nothing but potential. Potential that deserved the best technology. Since the other guys were busy with the biggest cities, well, he'd just have to build a network there himself. Here's the thing. When you create a network as a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the local neighborhood, so you make a difference. Thanks for the hot spot. When you go town by town, doing it different, you might even win some awards. You might even want to celebrate. But we're still far from done. You know, it's a good thing we started local. Otherwise, we might not be. A little different. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
Buying your first home is the start of realizing bigger dreams with your family. That's why it's important to protect everything you love with American Family Insurance. Wait, what's that?
It's their dream car.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's actually my dream car. And my little dream tire swing with some dream trees. There'd be a nice dream garden right here, too.
Protect your dream home with American Family Insurance.
Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. As you can see behind me, plenty of sunshine for us today. And on top of that, we are waking up with some pretty good conditions in Madison. 60 degrees, plenty of sun, as I had mentioned, and it's feeling really good outside. Nice and cool, and it's going to feel even better as we get in throughout the rest of the day. Instead of the hot temperatures that have been keeping us down for the last few days, we're looking at 70s to end our weekend going in throughout our afternoon, and sun is still going to be there. Not a whole lot of change for us in terms of anything else, but we're still waking waking up with cooler conditions around southern Wisconsin. Leah, I'm enjoying this greatly, but let's toss it back to you.
You and me both, sir. Thank you very much, Julian. 7:24 now. Nevada's mask mandate went into effect Friday as the number of Delta variant cases continue to climb. Governor Steve Silasik's executive order applies to everyone, whether they've been vaccinated or not. Among the thousands of tourists on the Vegas Strip, it seems most got the memo about the new mask mandate. All of the casinos now required to post signage notifying visitors where face coverings are required. Visitors to Las Vegas who are required to wear masks on the plane and at the airport will also need them in the casinos as well. Now, with COVID hospitalizations climbing, many healthcare workers say they're worn out and frustrated, but they're powering ahead for their patients. Omar Villafranca spoke to nurses and doctors on the front line at St. Dominican Memorial Hospital in Jackson, Mississippi.
Worry really never goes away.
Wendy Gwines leads the nurses in the ICU at St. Dominic's in Jackson. She's been through COVID surges before, but this one, with the Delta variant, is leaving everyone exhausted.
I'm very concerned about PTSD. I'm worried about burnout. I'm worried about them questioning their choices of going into healthcare.
The worry is mixed with grief. Earlier in the pandemic, her team lost a colleague in the same COVID unit where they all worked.
There was anger. There were tears. There were, there was frustration.
Frustration at what?
That we're here, that we're actually having to work on one of our healthcare, team members.
Dr. Reginald Martin is a surgeon here, but last year he was a patient fighting for his life.
2 weeks before my hospitalization, I rode a bike 75 miles. 2 weeks after my infection, I couldn't walk to the bathroom without getting short of breath.
How do you tell people out there you don't want this? What do you tell them?
Being in that hospital room with my O2 saturations in the 80s, being unable to breathe or take a deep breath. I'll relay that story to every patient that comes in and tell them, you got to get this vaccine.
But like so many, he feels frustrated.
It's incredibly frustrating to know that you could have done something different, that you are potentially a threat to my health.
Despite the frustration, the care continues. Dr. Bharat Malhotra admits so does the heartache.
What would happen to you if you were actually to stop and slow down and hear each individual patient's story? Do you think you could handle it?
No, I don't think so, because then there will be so much helplessness.
One memory haunts him. A woman dying in his COVID ward, writing down her final wishes for her son.
Did you have to give those last wishes to her child, or did she?
I did.
Did she make it?
No.
Omar Villafranca, CBS News, Jackson, Mississippi.
7:27 now. There's still a half hour of news ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Sunday. Up next, we're running through the morning's top stories, plus one couple's mission to go for the gold in Tokyo. We'll be right back.
The Olympic Games are on, and so is Toyota's national sales event. Now's the time to get a great deal on the 2021s while they last, like Camry, Highlander, RAV4, and more. Ooh, she sticks the landing.
Right now, get $750 customer cash on a new 2021 Camry, CHR, RAV4, Venza, or Highlander.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
If your credit card debt is out of control, if you're in over your head in monthly payments, there's a secret the credit card companies don't want you to know. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt, you have the right to let us settle that debt for a fraction of what you owe. That's bad news for the credit card companies, but it's great news for you. We're Credit Associates, and we're offering you free information on how to completely resolve your credit card debt with a monthly payment you can afford. To see how much you could save, call now. 1-800-914-7929. Don't declare bankruptcy. Don't consolidate. Give us 10 minutes and we could save you thousands. After all, we depend on your success and offer a guarantee so there's no risk to call. Credit Associates. Live better, debt-free. We'll even show you how to use your stimulus money to jumpstart our services and get you debt-free faster than you ever thought possible. Call Credit Associates now to see how much you could save for free. Call 1-800-914-7929.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
If you can afford to launch yourself into space, you can pay your fair share in taxes. But billionaires and big corporations have avoided paying taxes for years. President Joe Biden's plan makes the rich pay their fair share so we can cut taxes for families with children and create millions of good jobs. Tell Senator Ron Johnson to stop putting billionaires ahead of the middle class. If you can afford to joyride in space, you can pay your fair share.
To all the pet project starters, weekend gardeners, rollover artists, and kitchen a la cartists, there's a new lifestyle destination for your next inspiration. Bam! Dabble. Go there. Do that.
Wind, thunderstorms, lightning, severe weather is going to happen. The question is, will it be in your path? And how's it going to affect you? First Warn Weather, your certified most accurate forecast team, takes action when severe weather threatens, alerting you with First Warn Weather alerts, pinpointing where the dangers are and where the storms are headed. On air, online, and on social media. Trust Madison's certified most accurate First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning on your Sunday. I'm Leah Lynchide. It is a cool and a hazy morning to start out your work week. Well, I guess we're still in the weekend, aren't we, Julian?
Yeah, we are.
It's Sunday. I'm used to being here on Mondays.
It's okay. It's nice to have you as a cameo.
Yeah, well, thank you, Julian. It's nice to be here with you.
Absolutely. But she is right. For the rest of the work weekend, well, before we get into the work week, we are looking at a hazy start for us, as we do have an air quality advisory for all of Wisconsin and for Minnesota until noon for today. So expect it to be a bit hazy for us. And those who have any kind of respiratory or cardiac conditions, definitely limit your time outdoors until we get into the later part of this afternoon. And the 3 things we need to know: we're looking for a cooler next few days, which is going to be a good thing, but at the same time, still going to be unseasonably cooler. We're still looking at that dry streak for us, but there will be plenty of sunshine. So if you're looking for more sun and some cool temperatures, definitely going to be the week for you. Now, as we going for right now, 60 degrees as we're waking up in Madison. Still can see that haze into our capital as we were waking up this morning. But the temperatures around southern Wisconsin is definitely into a real nice place. We're looking in the lower 60s. 64 for Milwaukee, Waukesha still 59 degrees, and Boscobel still looking at 62 degrees. So we're still waking up with some pretty decent conditions and dry conditions around southern Wisconsin. We're not looking at really any kind of reports for us, but we're still waking up for nice conditions. But back to you, Leah.
All right, Julian, thank you very much. 7:31 now. The Olympic Games are usually reserved for athletes at the top of their sport. What if you try to do all of the events yourself? One British couple is trying to complete every sport on the Tokyo schedule, from rhythmic gymnastics to pole vaulting and show jumping.
49 sports, 96 events, over 17 days, all by 2 self-proclaimed idiots. Stuart Bates and Charlotte Nichols are attempting the seemingly impossible by competing in their own version of the Tokyo Games, in which they're the only athletes to raise money for a cure to Lou Gehrig's disease, also known as ALS.
I lost my brother to this terrible disease 10 years ago when we wanted to do something massive that's never been done before. We came up with this absolutely ridiculous idea of doing every Olympic event in the 17 days of the Tokyo Games.
They're calling it the Spenny Olympics in honor of Bates's brother Spencer, who was an Olympic superfan. The fundraising challenge for their 2-person summer games isn't for the faint of heart.
Slow down, Bailey. This way.
And comes with its fair shares of scrapes and bruises.
Oh. Yeah, we're good.
When you fall off a horse like that, it's not a small part of you worry, uh-oh.
No,
my heart stopped. I was like, that's it, Spenny Olympics done. I think we worry about each other more than we do about ourselves. There was a slight sort of, oh my God, what's happening? Yeah, when I saw him get back up, I was like, okay, here we go again. Next event.
Yeah, I'm a tough cookie. I bounce. So
Yeah. This is mentally demanding, physically demanding, and it took a lot of planning as well.
Yeah, all of those things. But the reason behind it is the most driving force.
Bailey, stop running!
Bates and Nichols' ambitious endeavor has earned them fans from across England.
I think it's great. We couldn't make it to Tokyo, but we were in Abingdon.
After months of training and advice from dozens of former and current Olympians on everything from cycle racing to windsurfing in the English countryside. The couple say they have the physical endurance needed to complete all the sporting events. But there are other obstacles.
What do I do? Yes, I have a massive phobia of fish, as ridiculous as that sounds. And when we were out practicing then, there was a big, horrible dead fish floating on the water just by my board. And it was all a bit traumatic. But look, we got back in and we managed the race. And I'm really glad that we managed to get the event done.
You shook that off really quickly.
Yeah. Had to be done. Look, we can't do 95 events and not the windsurfing, can we? So.
Yeah. And you won gold.
Yeah! Nice.
Going for gold in the dozens of events only comes second to raising money. They've already received more than $40,000 in donations.
We'll carry on until there's a cure, until there are treatments. We'll keep doing things. If people want us to do the Winter Spenny Olympics or anything, we'll take things on.
A tribute by two amateur athletes with Olympic-sized hearts. Imtiaz Tayeb, Oxfordshire.
All right, 7:35 after the break. Why Madison's world-famous drum corps, the Madison Scouts, is back in Dane County. Plus, we meet one of the youngest competitors in this year's CrossFit Games, and she happens to be from our area.
At Pick and Save, we take scrutinizing freshness to a whole new level, where only the best of the best of the best will do. But just because you can't get any higher than perfect 10 produce, that doesn't mean that we won't try. Because Pick and Save produce isn't just fresh, it's fresher than fresh. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
They say when you come from a small town, you grow up a little different. When U.S. Cellular's founder, Roy Carlson, looked at small towns, he saw nothing but potential. Potential that deserved the best technology. Since the other guys were busy with the biggest cities, well, he'd just have to build a network there himself. Here's the thing. When you create a network as a local, you know the dead spots, so you fix them. You know the neighbors, so you're good to them. Did you drop these? You know the local neighborhood, so you make a difference.
Thanks for the hot spot.
When you go town by town, doing it different, you might even win some awards. You might even want to celebrate. But we're still far from done. You know, it's a good thing we started local. Otherwise, we might not be. A little different. The nationwide network built from your town up. U.S. Cellular.
At JP Morgan, the only definition of wealth that matters is yours. It can be a smaller house, but a bigger nest egg, a goal to work toward, or the freedom to walk away. With 200 years of experience, personalized advice, and commission-free trades on an award-winning app, we're working for you. Planning, investing, advice. JP Morgan Wealth Management.
Looks like it's time to trade. Because it's trade month at your local Ford dealers. Get more cash for your eligible trade-in. Any brand, any model, all month long. Get Trade Assist cash on top of what your eligible vehicle is worth and trade up to a new Ford SUV. Your trade-in is worth more than you think. Only during trade month. Right now, get up to $2,000 Trade Assist bonus cash on eligible models. It's trade month at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
1976, Feldco stood the test of time.
It's Feldco's 45th anniversary! Time to get down!
To celebrate Feldco's 45th anniversary, get 45% off windows today. That's cause for a celebration.
45% off windows won't last long. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Good morning, everyone. And for our Sunday, we still have that air quality advisory in effect for all of Wisconsin and for Minnesota until about noon. But then once we're out of that, we are going to be seeing those temperatures onto the nicer side of things. But waking up this morning, as we can see outside of our sky cam on the hazy side, but the sun is still there. Temperatures right now in Madison, 60 degrees, feeling really good. I'm loving it. And as we go into planning our day, as we go into the afternoon, we will see those 70s come in, but that's just about it. We're going to peak out into the middle 70s and plenty of sunshine, nice cool breeze. It's going to feel really good for us. Over to you, Leah.
Beautiful Sunday ahead. Julian, thank you. 7:39 now. Madison's world-famous drum corps, the Madison Scouts, is back in Dane County. The band performing at the 69th annual Drums on Parade in Sun Prairie. It's one of the longest-running drum corps shows in the country. Photojournalist Brian Troxel caught up with some of the members today before their big performance.
And tonight, you're going to see some of the best drum corps in the country. This is the first big event that this field will host.
So it means a lot to come out here in Madison, put on our home show tonight. With such a short amount of time, it's really amazing what all these members have been able to accomplish. We're just coming off of our spring training, leaving our housing site in Eau Claire maybe 3 or 4 days ago. We always love rehearsing on a turf field. The ticks aren't going anywhere. Always have great looking lines. All the students are feeling super great. You know, we had our first show last night, but like I said, they've been rehearsing super hard, so a lot of this stuff is just second nature at this point. I think they're going to be feeling really good.
Pretty cool. The Scouts will keep performing around the Midwest for the next few weeks before returning to Madison for a performance on the steps of the state capitol. That's on August 9th. You can learn more about them at forwardperformingarts.org. Well, it's hard to believe August starts today. That means families are already getting their school supplies ready. But for many families, affording those supplies is getting more difficult. A recent national survey shows parents spend an average of $600 every summer on clothes, supplies, and technology for their elementary school-aged kids. That's why a Verona real estate team is hosting a drive to collect backpacks and supplies. It's happening tomorrow, and it's all in the name of The Road Home, a local nonprofit that serves families who are experiencing homelessness.
Come in with like a backpack and all the school supplies that they need. It has to give them a lot of confidence.
The drive starts at 1 o'clock today at the Hanson's office on Main Street in Verona. They're right across the street from the Miller's grocery store. As an extra incentive, an ice cream truck will be there handing out treats to everybody who donates. Well, 600 athletes from around the world are in Madison this week competing in this year's CrossFit Games. They range in age from 14 to 71. But one of the youngest competitors is actually from our area. Meet 15-year-old Riley Wilkie. The Portage native put her skills to the test against other teens at the Alliant Energy Center. CrossFit officials say Wilkie was one of only 2 Wisconsin athletes in this year's games. She says she got her inspiration to compete from her mom.
I saw my mom doing it, and I was like, that's super cool, and I wanted to get involved, but my gym wouldn't let me start until I was like 14. So I was just dying to get started, and I started, and I pretty much just fell in love with it.
Pretty cool. Riley gave it her best shot this week. Her competition is now over. She unfortunately didn't place, but she said it was an amazing experience. Coming up tonight on News 3 Now at 10, you're going to hear from Riley's mom and coach about her drive to compete at such a young age. And you can be a part of the action today from the comfort of your couch. We'll be airing this year's games right here on CBS Sunday afternoon with live coverage of the finals starting at 1 p.m. 7:42 now. After the break, entertainment venues increasing health and safety protocols as the Delta variant surges. And a live look over the state capitol this morning. Julian back with a look ahead at your work week forecast and when we'll see that heat return. That's coming up next. But first, if you have a little kid turning 3 soon, please let us know so we can share their picture on TV.
Look Who's 3 is sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit help you borrow up to $10,000. So check your eligibility on netcredit.com today without affecting your credit score. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
Getting your air ducts thoroughly cleaned takes the trained professionals at Stanley Steamer using the most powerful equipment to get the most powerful results. Our equipment goes deep inside your ducts, removing years of dirt, pet hair, allergens, even dust mites. Unlike other air duct cleaning companies, Stanley Steamer cleans your entire system. Just look at how much dirt can be removed. Call today for a free inspection and save $50 on a cleaning.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Here, have a Triscuit.
Bring on the zest with fire-roasted tomato and olive oil. Bring it with Triscuit.
Menards has everything to add curb appeal to your home. Ideal Garage Doors add a stylish new look to the outside of your home. We have more than 1,000 style and color options available. Hook your new door up to a new PerformX garage door opener. They're easy to install and are designed with your convenience in mind. All PerformX garage door openers and Ideal Garage Doors are 11% off now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Welcome back. Happy Sunday and happy first day of August, everyone. Now, as we get things rolling for us on our Sunday, we do have an air quality advisory still in effect for all of Wisconsin and Minnesota until about noon today. But aside from that, we are going to be looking for cooler conditions to roll in for us. The next few days, the 3 things we need to know is going to be cooler for us. Then, however, we are going to stay on the dry trend. There's going to be very little rain heading into next week. However, there will be plenty of sunshine, so a little tit for tat as we go into the next few days. Our current conditions this morning in Madison, 60 degrees. We can see a bit of that haze still lingering for us this morning, however. And for the rest of the southern Wisconsin, we are still looking at pretty decent conditions. 62 in Boscobel, 59 for Lone Rock. Good morning to you guys, and good morning to Milwaukee at 64 degrees waking up this morning. Now, as we go into our dew points, still not even very muggy. A little bit higher over towards Boscobel, but for right now, we're on a comfort level as we're waking up this morning. We're looking pretty dry on our radar. However, some high-level clouds are starting to move in, but it's just very, very light as we have the rest of this morning. Not really much cloud cover as we go into our afternoon. Then as we get to the afternoon, clouds will start to move back in as we go into around 4:30 p.m., but not a whole lot of precipitation. It's going to be a very dry day. May see some clouds into our skies, but mostly the sun will dominate much of southern Wisconsin as we go into cooler conditions for tonight with mostly clear. And then we go into Monday looking very similar as our Sunday with cool conditions and some clear skies. Now, as we take a look at what we can be seeing going into the next few days for our rain chances. As I mentioned to you, the next few days are going to be on the drier side, especially for the next couple. And then we go into Wednesday, we have better chances of seeing some rain. We're not really going to see those stronger chances until we get into about next weekend, where we have a really good shot of seeing some more rain from Friday into the following week. However, as we're planning our day, we still are going to be seeing plenty of that sunshine. As we can see into the background, clouds are beginning to move in, but the sun is still dominating. And cooler temperatures are sticking in with 70 degrees as we go throughout the rest of our afternoon. And the highlight highlight of our afternoons, going to be partly sunny, going to be on the lighter breezy side, but 75 degrees is looking to be our high, and it will be cooler. Now, as we take a look at our next few days, the cool temperatures are going to stick around, which I am happy for, and I know Leah is too. As we're looking at those 70s, climbing into the upper 70s, and then we get into about 80-degree temperatures middle part of the week, and then it's going to still slowly but surely get into back summer fashion as we go into next weekend, Leah. We are looking at 90 degrees going into the end of next weekend, but until we get there, I'm definitely going to make sure I enjoy the next couple of days.
Hey, buddy, we're going to get plenty of cool days in the forecast ahead, I'm sure.
I'm sure, but as right now for Sunday, or for the summer, I'm going to really enjoy it right now.
I agree. All right, Julian, thank you.
Thank you.
7:48 now. This weekend, big festivals and entertainment venues are increasing health and safety protocols as the Delta variant sweeps across the U.S. Meredith Wood has a closer look at how they're reassuring visitors and taking steps to avoid becoming a hotspot.
Across the country, festivals and event venues adopting heightened safety protocols. As COVID-19 cases rise and new CDC data shows the Delta variant is far more contagious than previously thought.
What's really surprising here is that a vaccinated person can be a super spreader.
Fears are growing among health experts that the large gatherings may become super spreader events. In Chicago, Lollapalooza is underway at full capacity. The city defending its decision to host tens of thousands of people at the massive music festival, saying it's outdoors and strict entry requirements are in place.
Vaccination cards out, wristbands up.
Full coronavirus vaccination or negative test results are required. Lollapalooza attendees say this puts them at ease, but they're also aware of the risks.
I think like any big crowd is risky still during the pandemic times and with a new variant out there.
Meanwhile, Broadway is also taking action. On Friday, all 41 Broadway theaters in New York City announcing they'll require vaccinations for the audience and staff. Also on Friday, Disney World and Disneyland began requiring masks indoors at parks regardless of vaccination status. In Sin City, the CEO of MGM Resorts begging casino employees to get vaccinated, as health experts worry not all Vegas visitors will play by the rules.
The challenge is to get people to actually wear their masks if they have not been vaccinated.
I'm Meredith Wood reporting.
The University of Central Florida is incorporating hologram technology in their classrooms. The first use of hologram patients will increase the variety of different diagnoses students can learn from in a true-to-life form. UCF is the first university worldwide to incorporate this new technology. It was bought for $75,000 with a donation from Brooks Rehabilitation. And make News 3 a part of your weekly routine by downloading the Channel 3000 app for the latest headlines and weather conditions 24/7. It's available right now in your app store. 7:51 now. What's drawing hundreds of women to Illinois this weekend, including travelers from all over the country? That's next.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find your next adventure in a new Chevy.
Make no monthly payments for the rest of the summer on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,000 cash allowance.
There are times I wonder, why can't I wear white after Labor Day?
Something on your mind? Chew on it. Twizzlers.
To all the pet project starters, weekend gardeners, rollover artists, and kitchen a la cartists, there's a new lifestyle destination for your next inspiration. Bam! Dabble. Go there. Do that.
Here at TSR, we transform old, cracked concrete floors into beautiful, tough floors in just one day. Hi, I'm Joey with TSR Concrete Coatings, and here at TSR, we don't just simply coat over your old concrete. We grind it down, repair it, apply the base coat and chip, and then seal it with our own proprietary sealant that will never chip or peel. All of our coatings are covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty, so you can rest assured that your beautiful new floor will last. Our awesome team is here to answer all of your questions before and after the installation. And right now, we are offering 15% off your new floor coating until the end of the year. Visit the website or call that number below for your new floor today.
TSR, one day floor.
Call 1-800-886-8411.
Are you ready to make junk disappear?
I've never been more ready in my life.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We'll be there before you hang up the phone.
I want to take it as far as it will lead me.
Competing with other athletes from around the world close to home. See how a Wisconsin teen inspired by her mom makes her mark against the fittest on earth. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
Enhanced risk to see those strong storms.
When severe storms roll through southern Wisconsin overnight Wednesday.
You should be in a safe area immediately.
News 3 Now and First Warn Weather kept you informed with team coverage. Trust First Warn Weather, committed to keeping you safe and ahead of the storm.
It's time to find your adventure with Girl Scouts and Spirit Untamed.
Sign me up.
Whether you've got courage to spare,
Jump!
skills worth showing off,
Let's go, girl.
or you just want to make new friends.
It's in your heart to run free. It's in mine, too. Trust me.
Rocky! There's always a home for you at Girl Scouts.
Finally this morning, how the game of double dutch has saved the lives of a group of women over their 40s. Tim Nicholas has their story.
A childhood pastime.
When we jumped double dutch, that was a happy place.
Turned modern-day workout.
Get fit while you're having fun doing it.
The idea hopped into Pamela Robinson's head a few years back at a Memorial Day party. The 40-plus Double Dutch Club.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. We're over 40 and trying to stay fit.
It started with a group in the south suburbs so busy with their families and jobs, they struggled to find time for fitness.
But now there's so many women who are realizing the importance of making the time.
Word started to get out about the group, and soon they grew to other parts of Chicago and then other parts of the country. Now members from those other chapters are flying into Chicago this weekend for their first ever national play date.
We have women flying in from New York, from Orlando, from Arizona.
Florence Ellis is just in from New York City. She discovered the group on Facebook and got people hopping all over the Big Apple.
The Bronx, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Long Island.
But with COVID cases rising, the group had to adjust on the fly. Robinson says they consulted with the city's health department. And now they're requiring negative COVID tests for the national play date, even for vaccinated members.
We're taking whatever safety recommendations we need to because we want to protect all of our sisters who are coming in. Is that the loudest?
Some of the members will meet each other in person for the first time this weekend.
When I joined this movement, I felt like I had sisters who held me close, near and dear.
It's a safe bet they'll jump right into a lasting friendship. Tim McNicholas, CBS 2 News.
And there is a new luxury tequila on the market that's good as gold. That's because the bottle actually has 24-karat gold embedded in it.
Oh, wow.
What? Comes in a one-of-a-kind container that has this 24-karat gold trim. Only 6,000 bottles will be sold. The price tag is only $300. I thought this was going to be insanely expensive.
Yeah, I thought so too, especially if it's a gold bottle. Like, come on now, I was thinking at least like $1,000 just to have something like that.
Are you looking for a wedding gift for me, Julian?
Maybe.
A gold
It'll be a nice surprise.
bottle?
Hey, it'll be a nice surprise.
Okay,
All
okay.
right.
Maybe we'll
see
take
something
money.
random. Yeah.
Let's take money from the entire crew. Don't buy me a $300 gift. That's all right.
Absolutely.
Instead, give me a nice cool Sunday on tap.
And that's what's on tap. We are looking at a nice cool Sunday and Monday and Tuesday. Then we're going to be warming back up going into next weekend. We're going to have to enjoy it, Leah.
All right. Julian, thank you. And thanks for joining us.